It's alive! It's alive! It's a... Oh, I was just, you know, just cooking and... Anyways, I'm here to talk to you about one of the most recognizable monsters since the early 1800s, the infamous Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. In 1880, Mary Shelley had a bet with a few people to see who could create the best horror story, and a few nights after they had that bet, she had a terrible dream about a scientist who created life, and she was absolutely terrified of that monster that the scientist created, and a few years later, it became a novel. Over the years, the monster soon started to steal the name Frankenstein instead of his previous It, the monstrosity, and of course, the monster. Frankenstein became more and more popular over the years, moving from a book to plays to the silver screen. The first, and my personal favorite, coming out in 1931. This black and white masterpiece, in my mind, manifested Frankenstein's popularity, giving him an iconic look. Of course, anything with slight popularity will probably get a sequel and a remake. And coming out in 1935, The Bride of Frankenstein came to life. The bride herself is quite iconic, which is funny because she's only in the movie for a couple of minutes at the very end. I didn't want to spoil it, but just to let you know. However, I do think you should watch that movie only for the simple fact of it's not the best, but it is a very good movie to have in your arsenal of movie knowledge. In the next few years after, more and more movies have manifested, either taking the original story and remaking it, or making something more of their own out of it. The movies that I suggest to you that are Frankenstein themed are Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein, Young Frankenstein, the 1994 Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, and Roger Corman's, I believe I'm saying his name right, Frankenstein Unbound. Well, that's been my brief history of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, and kids, don't try this at home. And we've come to the end of our video, and that means two things. One, I'm going to tell you a kid-type scary movie to get you in the Halloween spirit since it is still kid-themed. And two, we'll be opening Day 4. And the spooky movie recommendation for today is Frankenweenie. This is Tim Burton's short film that he made in 1984, and I think it's absolutely adorable. It's a black and white film with its own special charm. Well, it is a Tim Burton film, so I feel like they all have their own interesting qualities to them. Not a bad thing at all. But they did remake this movie. If you're not interested in the black and white live theme, they do have a 2012 cartoon remake, so if you prefer cartoons to real people, which is totally fine, there is that for you. However, I find it to be the most adorable when real puppies are actually acting. It is time to open Day 4. I really hope it's all candy because I've eaten all my candy from my other days and I want more candy. First thing I see is a mini notebook, but I can't eat that. And yes! More candy! So I'm going to head on out, eat my candy, try to eat this notebook, and you guys should like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you for another Halloween video tomorrow. Bye!